Hey everybody, my name is Titouan, and in 2023 I hiked the Pacific Crest Trail. Following this journey, I made a documentary called The Long Way Home, available on YouTube. With over 250,000 views, the response to this movie has been amazing, and I can't thank you enough for all your support. You asked me a lot of questions about the creative process behind this film, as well as my experience on the PCT, so let's get to it and answer some of them. What camera gear did you use to record this journey? One of the biggest concerns when going on thru-hike is to keep the weight of your backpack as low as possible, since you will be carrying it for months. So obviously I couldn't bring all the gear that I wanted to, and had to get creative with the few that I had. The camera I used on the trail was the Sony a7S III. As far as lenses, I used the Sigma 24-70mm f2.8 with an ND filter from Pro. It was a great lens to get both wide angles and close-ups. I also used the Sony 14mm f1.8 to shoot time-lapses at night. In addition to that, I carried the Peak Design travel tripod to set up shots in which I was in front of the camera, and I used a Roux shotgun microphone to capture audio. As far as storage and battery, I used a total of 14 SD cards and brought along 4 batteries, which was more than enough to last long stretches between towns. Was it difficult to find motivation to film? Not really. I love capturing my experience on the trail, and although there were days where I was tired, I knew that the end result would be worth the extra steps. Did documenting your journey impact your hike? And if so, negatively or positively? Like many other people planning on bringing their camera on the trail, I kept asking myself questions like, will it distract me? Will it prevent me from enjoying the moment? Or will it bother others around me? But after finishing the trail, I can say with confidence that documenting my journey definitely impacted my hike in a positive way. Being creative is my passion, and being able to capture all these moments, for me, was a gift. I didn't get wrapped up in trying to capture everything, and was able to put down the camera when needed. In the end, I realized that filming and photographing actually added to my experience and made me feel more present. Plus, I will have all these photos and videos to look back on when I grow old, and I'm very thankful for that. Did you have someone to film you? No, I filmed everything myself, including the shots in which I'm in front of the camera.
Okay, walk!
How many times did you have to set up your camera, walk in front of it, and come back to get it? A lot. How did you build your documentary? Did you already know what you were going to do before starting the trail, or did you make it progressively as you went? I already knew the theme that I wanted the documentary to have. I knew that I wanted to make it a more realistic and intimate representation of what a thru-hike can be, one where you, the audience, would feel like you were traveling with me the whole time. However, I knew that an adventure like this would be very unpredictable. And so, although I had a theme in mind, I stayed creatively flexible and let the story develop as it happened in front of me, day after day. Then in post-production, I used Milanote, an application that allowed me to organize my thoughts and create a storyboard, which helped me build a compelling movie. Where did you find inspiration? I found a lot of inspiration from my favorite movies and documentaries. They helped me with shaping the story and capturing my experience in a more cinematic way. Some of them included Into the Wild, Dance with Wolves, Wild, and Through the Pacific Northwest. For the voiceover, did you think about it while on the trail, or did you do everything in post? For the voiceover, it was a mix of both. While on the trail, I wrote in a journal every night before going to bed to to save all the emotions, thoughts and stories from the day. After finishing the trail, I then used all these writings as a base to work from and to create the voiceover that you can hear in the movie. Are you planning on making more videos? Yes, I will be going on a thru-hike of the Continental Divide Trail this summer and will be again capturing the whole journey to make a documentary about it. I will also post more short videos of the day-to-day lives of thru-hikers on my Instagram. Favorite trail town? Bishop was my favorite trail town. It had everything you needed for resupply, and it also had great restaurants, great bars, great coffee shops. Everything was walking distance from our hotel, which as thru-hikers we love that, and we ended up going there twice. How long did it take you to get through the Sierra? I entered the Sierra on May 26, and it took me and my trail family about 35 days, including 0 days, to reach Sonora Pass, the end of the Sierra. How heavy was your pack in the Sierra? In the Sierra, my backpack weighed around 55 pounds. It included my snow gear, warm clothes, food for 8 to 10 days, and my camera gear, of course. Scariest moment from the Sierra. There were a lot of scary moments. We knew that by going through the Sierra in a high snow year, we would face many dangerous situations that we were not properly prepared for. Every day presented a risk, whether it was walking across icy and steep traverses, crossing raging rivers, or even navigating through the snow without getting lost. But if I had to pick one moment, it would be my 20-foot fall sliding on the side of a mountain, which ended in rocks. I was very lucky that I fell on my backpack and got out with only a few cuts and bruises. Most underrated stretch of the trail. To me, Northern California was a little bit underrated. I think it has gotten a bad reputation over the years, since most people heading northbound go through it after the Sierra, and so it may seem as the scenery is not quite impressive, but I was surprised by the landscape and I thought it was beautiful, especially the section between Burney Falls and Mount Shasta. What's your top piece of advice for aspiring PCT hikers? Just go with the flow, be in the present moment. Don't try to plan every little detail before even stepping foot on the trail. A thru-hike is so unpredictable, so embrace the uncertainty because this is what makes this adventure so exciting. You're gonna have good days and you're gonna have bad days. The trail is gonna challenge you in ways you cannot imagine and even less prepared for. It is going to take you so far out of your comfort zone that if you let it, by the end of this journey, you will have become a stronger and more resilient human being. So stop overthinking it and enjoy the ride. I hope this answers all your questions, but if you have more, feel free to ask me on my Instagram or down in the comments. See you on the trail.